Have you ever shared a photo and kept checking how many likes it got? Or maybe you sent a message and kept waiting for someone to reply so you could finally relax. Maybe you constantly wonder what other people think about you. A single compliment can make your entire day, while one criticism can ruin it. The strange part is that even after getting the approval you wanted, the feeling doesn't last very long. Before long, you're looking for reassurance all over again. It's almost like your confidence depends on someone else's opinion, and without realizing it, you've handed other people the power to decide how you feel about yourself. So why does this happen? Why do so many people constantly seek validation from everyone around them? The answer isn't that you're simply insecure. It's because your brain has learned to connect approval with safety, belonging, and self-worth. Reason 1, your brain is wired to seek acceptance. Thousands of years ago, humans survived by living in groups. Being accepted by your tribe wasn't just nice, it was necessary for survival. If you were rejected by the group, your chances of surviving became much lower. Your brain evolved to treat acceptance as something extremely important. That survival instinct still exists today. Even though rejection usually isn't dangerous anymore, your brain often reacts as if it is. That's why criticism can feel surprisingly painful. And that's why compliments often feel so rewarding. Your brain isn't just hearing someone else's opinion. It's interpreting that opinion as a sign of whether you belong. Wanting acceptance is completely human. The problem begins when your entire sense of worth depends on it. Reason 2, you slowly let other people define your worth. Think about how often you ask questions like, "Do you think I look okay?" or "Was that good enough?" Those questions seem harmless at first. But every time someone else's opinion becomes your final answer, your confidence becomes a little more dependent on them. You slowly stop trusting your own judgment. Instead of asking yourself how you feel, you start waiting to hear what everyone else thinks. Your opinion becomes less important than theirs. Over time, your self-esteem stops coming from within. It starts rising and falling depending on the reactions you receive. That's an exhausting way to live. Your happiness becomes something other people control without even realizing it. The more often you rely on external approval, the harder it becomes to believe in yourself without it. Reason 3, social media turned validation into numbers. Before social media, approval was mostly expressed through conversations and relationships. Today, it can be counted with likes, comments, and followers. Every notification feels like proof that people noticed you. Every silent post can feel like proof that they didn't. Your brain quickly starts treating those numbers like a measure of your value. Even though they're really just numbers on a screen. The problem is that online attention is temporary. Today's viral post becomes tomorrow's forgotten memory. That's why validation on social media never truly satisfies you. The feeling disappears almost as quickly as it arrives. Before long, you're chasing the next notification instead of building lasting confidence. Reason 4, you mistake pleasing people for being accepted. Many people believe they'll finally be accepted if everyone likes them. So they start saying yes to things they don't actually want. They avoid disagreements and constantly try to make everyone happy. They become so focused on pleasing others that they forget about themselves. The problem is that people-pleasing doesn't create genuine connection. It often creates exhaustion instead. You're accepted for the version of yourself that's trying to satisfy everyone. Deep down, you still wonder whether people would like the real you. That's why validation never feels complete. You're protecting your image instead of showing your authentic self. Real confidence doesn't come from being liked by everyone. It comes from knowing you don't need everyone to like you. So why do you keep seeking validation? Because your brain naturally wants acceptance, belonging, and reassurance. But somewhere along the way, it started confusing approval with self-worth. It began believing that other people's opinions mattered more than your own. The truth is that no amount of praise will ever feel permanent if you don't already believe in yourself. External validation fades because it was never designed to replace internal confidence. That doesn't mean compliments are bad. It simply means they should support your confidence, not create it. The next time you catch yourself looking for someone else's approval, pause for a moment. Ask yourself whether you're seeking advice, or simply asking someone else to decide your worth. Because confidence built on other people's opinions will always feel temporary. Confidence built on your own values stays with you, even when nobody is watching. You'll never be able to control what everyone thinks about you. But you can learn to stop letting those thoughts decide how you see yourself.